This time, we're meeting a husband and wife who really know what they want.
It has to be my way or no way.
Yeah, so...
Okay, fine, I said it.
It's just a shame what they want are two completely different things.
I just don't see our future in this house.
It's our home and we're staying here forever.
My renovation plans are thrown into disarray.
It's out of control. And it's turned into a full house mess.
Though we all know you can't make an omelette without breaking eggs.
While I say flying the coop for a better life is always the best option.
This is a garden of dreams, never ending.
But will either solution bring harmony to this house?
Well, after a lot of not talking to each other.
That was on you.
That was me, yes.
Will we finally be able to answer the big question?
We've come to the decision that we will.
Kirstie and I are on our way to Radlett, a large picturesque village in Hertfordshire.
Another day, another challenge.
With its country charm and commuter links to central London, it certainly is a desirable area for house hunters.
I am a big fan of this neck of the woods.
Very popular, but as a result,
Very pricey.
very expensive.
Very expensive, yes.
Success for either of us will require dedication, single-minded sense of purpose, and super sharp focus on the job.
Shopping village and restaurant. Oh, are we going that way?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, that's a worry.
What? It's not a worry. I'm
Might lose you.
village. No, you've never actually lost me.
No, I could never lose you entirely, because I'm always able to hear you.
Oh, you do drone on, Phil.
For 4 years, physiotherapist Neha and oncology pharmacist Aneri have been locked in a love-it-or-list-it quandary.
So we're a family of 3, so there's 2 of us, and we've got a little girl who's 6 years old. 2 of those, and 2 of the bakewell tots. To live in a village like Radlett, people pay out the roof to move here, and there's a reason for that.
But the problem is the house, Neha.
So I'm Team Love It.
And I'm Team Leicester.
The source of their dilemma is this end-of-terrace 3-bedroom cottage.
It's pokey, it's small. I just think we're going to outgrow it very quickly, like we've started already to.
While Aneri and Neha are at loggerheads now, once upon a time, Aneri did think the cottage location was ideal to raise their daughter.
When I first saw this house, I fell in love with it. It's got so much character, and I truly, honestly believe it's going to make a lovely home to someone else. I just don't see our future in this house.
Neha, however, can't see a reason to up sticks.
The best things about the house are the garden,
Agreed.
the location,
Agreed.
and the potential.
Not so agreed. It doesn't flow. I'm bringing out food from one room to another. I am talking from one room to another. Neha, what time do you want dinner? Neha.
Yes?
What time do you want dinner? We've all got very segregated, separate areas. So at the moment, we are all in separate parts of the house, not communicating. And if we are, we're shouting at each other.
Yeah, but negatives for you are positives for me. Like, separate areas is a good thing.
It's not a good thing.
The property has a traditional cottage layout. The rooms are small and the ceilings low. A central staircase divides the house in 2, and the kitchen is tucked away at the back. It's easy to see why Aneri feels isolated from her family.
Upstairs, there's a bathroom, 2 double bedrooms, and their daughter's single.
As well as friends to entertain, Aneri and Neha have a large extended family. But Aneri feels the cottage is too cramped for everyone. She wants a property suitable for inviting all her relatives over.
When we want to get together as a family, we choose not to have it here. And others will also choose not to have it here. It's always going to be at my sister's house, or it's always going to be at your brother's house. So it'll be nice, for once, to be able to host everyone.
It seems Neha's keeping quiet on that front.
The prospect of leaving this house worries me because I love the garden. I think I've got an emotional attachment to that garden. I spend a lot of time in there.
Aneri feels the cottage is small and pokey, but the garden is an impressive size.
There's space for their daughter's playhouse and swing set.
Fitness fan Neha can stretch out.
And Aneri's even got a chicken coop.
Surely there's nothing out here to ruffle her feathers.
The steps to the garden are these 2 big steps. So for Nihao, it's no problem, he'll just run down them, but I'm obviously a lot shorter than him, so they are a steep step for me.
But they're fixable problems.
Well, it has to be my way or no way.
Yeah, so...
There you go. OK, fine, I said it. Admit it. I'm usually right, though.
No, I usually allow you to think you're right.
I'm usually right.
They bicker almost as much as we do.
Well, almost.
You sure you're not blocking the other drive, Phil?
Pardon?
I think you're blocking that drive.
Well, I'm not. No, I'm blocking this drive and they won't be going anywhere because we're coming to see them. What a smart-looking house.
Teeny tiny little cottage, though.
Yeah. Good morning. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
And
I'm
you.
Phil.
Hello.
How'd you do?
Would you like to come in?
Thanks. Who's loving, who's listening?
I want to love.
And I want to list it.
How come you want to list it?
We've been here for 7 years,
Yeah.
and it's just not working for us. Downstairs, we don't have a toilet, so we're constantly running up and down. We spend a lot of time in the kitchen, in the dining room, you know, with homework and meal times, and that's completely segregated. We're all in different rooms, and we just end up shouting at each other from one room to another.
I think we shout at each other either way.
We do, but even louder.
Yes.
And yet, Nihao, you feel it works?
I don't feel it works as it is, but I think that the problems can be fixed. But you're not going to get the garden we've got, you're not going to get a better area than this to live in, and you're not going to get the proximity to the school that we've got for my daughter. The links to London by the train, it's just... To move from here would not make sense.
That was all said in a very, very factual, confident way, wasn't it?
It was, but everything he said, we can find it somewhere else. You know, we're not 100% needing to be at the same school. Our daughter's still quite young, and there's no secondary schools where we live either. There's lots of train stations.
There are
Lots of train stations we can move, you know,
there are many
closer
train
to. And where we live, you know, there's lots of lovely areas as well. We're quite social. And Nihao will agree. We restrict how many visitors we have, depending on the time of the year.
Which is a good thing.
So in the summer, we tend to have more people around because we can use and utilise the garden.
Entertaining on a reasonable scale without a downstairs loo must be quite a challenge.
There are certain family members who are older and don't have as good mobility who do not come to this house. And there's one who's never been to this house as well because she can't get up the stairs.
Let's sort it out, one way or the other. But first of all, can we have a look around?
Of course.
Please do. Yes.
I've got an incredibly healthy Love-It budget of £100,000, so extending into the rear garden would seem the obvious choice, but it's not the right one.
£100,000 is quite a lot, but actually, it's not just about the money.
What do you mean?
Well, the logistics, because there's a right of way there. You can see there's a gate.
Right.
So you can't just bash it out that way.
That's a problem.
The couple's neighbours have a right of way across their back garden. Purchasing and closing it can be a legal minefield. Even moving it from its current location could require changes to title deeds and the agreement of every owner on the terrace.
Let's have a look round. I'm going to go upstairs.
The narrow, steep central staircase is another nuisance.
Floor space is at a premium, so I can't move it, which would have freed up space for an understairs loo.
There are some things which are difficult to alter, however much money you throw at them.
Changing the layout of most homes is rarely straightforward, but this one is particularly troublesome.
Which gives me hope that I can persuade Nihao to join Team Listed.
Well, I mean, it's cottagey, it's low ceilings. It's a lovely house, but I can see the challenges. Oh, so there is a loo en suite. So there are 2 loos in the house. It's just that they need one of them to be downstairs.
I've got a huge budget of £750,000 to show Ineri and Nihao a property without so many challenges.
Yes, but if you use that, they'll spend just under £37,000 on stamp duty and moving costs. Money better kept in the family.
You busy?
Yeah,
Lovely looking garden. You look troubled.
I am. It's the right of way.
I better come and help.
If by help you mean smugly gloat, you can just stay where you are, Phil Spencer.
All I'll say is perhaps you counted your chickens before they hatched.
You've yet to find your eggs, Phil.
Externally, this house is very strong. The garden's huge, the garage is huge, not overlooked. But you've got a problem there with the right of access, I see.
Yeah.
Could you connect the garage to the house at all?
Well, but you've still got to have the right of access, because the right of access is across and then down. It's not a budget, it's just how you attach something to this house with that right of way.
I know who to ask. That's chicken for are you team love it or team list it?
Team love it, apparently.
Henpecked again.
I'm pleased to say Kirstie's flummoxed about what to do and deal with the right-of-way across the back here. But I'm keen to learn about the search and what I can go looking for.
Somewhere with a really good flow downstairs, so a nice open area would be great. Downstairs, loo. And then the fact that our ceilings are so low just makes it feel quite claustrophobic.
Yeah.
How do you feel that from down there?
I'm feeling
Let's talk about the area that I can go looking in.
I don't like overpopulated areas, so it'd be nice to have that villagey feel.
Right.
Lot to think about for you, Phil.
And you, actually.
Yes. No, not uncomplicated. Altogether, not uncomplicated.
It's like I often say, if this was easy, they wouldn't need us.
I think I'm off hunting for gardens as much as anything else.
Really?
Yeah, to compete with that would be tough.
Well, maybe when it's got a bit smaller.
Yes, there is that. I live in home. Good luck.
So I'm Team Leicester. I truly, honestly believe it's going to make a lovely home to someone else. I just don't see our future in this house.
Kirstie can help massively. She's going to come and say, look, this will solve all your problems. This is what you need to do. It's our home and we're staying here forever.
In the Hertfordshire village of Radlett, love it or list it acrimony is blighting Neha and Aneri's blissful matrimony.
They're at odds over their cramped cottage. Aneri's had enough of pokey rooms and wants a spacious open plan downstairs with smooth flow to the back garden, suitable for entertaining her extended family as well as their 6-year-old daughter.
This space is what it is unless we go out that way.
My major difficulty is that the neighbours have right-of-way across the couple's back garden and down the side. And if I spend all of their £100,000 budget, they risk going over the ceiling price for properties like this in Radlett. So my plans should come in well within budget.
This was not easy. I think this plan ticks all your boxes and provides everything that you need. So we are going to turn to this.
I suggest extending to the side, maximising internal space while still allowing for the right-of-way. Blocking up the doors to the hall and garden will increase kitchen unit space, and removing the partition wall to the living room will improve flow. Great for entertaining larger groups and bringing mum, dad and daughter together on regular family days. Bifold doors onto a new patio will allow easy access to the garden. There will also be a shower and guest loo. Now, the extension will block car access to the garage, but it could be easily repurposed and there's ample parking out front.
Thoughts? You're both very quiet. Is that something to be concerned about?
No. I like the idea. It's just kind of...
It's a lot to think about.
There is a lot to think about.
It's nice. It looks a lot more bigger.
The communication between the house and the garden is key to the plans. That's what I like about it. My TV's not on there.
No, don't worry.
Okay.
No TV.
No, it's fine. I promise you, we are very TV aware.
Okay.
Here you go, Neha, just for you.
Anyone prepared to call this at this stage is a braver man than I. But I tell you one thing, this house will be transformed whether they stay in it or not.
I'm worried. I am worried. I just, I love the idea of this huge kitchen, dining area.
It's not massive changes. The side extension, yes, but the interior is little tweaks that are going to make that massive changes.
I think I just need to process these designs.
It does indeed take a lot of processing, but finally Aneri and Neha agree on a plan of action. Concerned about overspending, they have decided to open up the downstairs layout as I suggested, but instead of extending to the side, they'll extend just the front porch to add the downstairs loo. It's taken 2 months, but a planning application has been submitted. Now, however, there's bad news.
Unfortunately, they were not approved. We were completely heartbroken. We had everything in place. So at the moment, we're going to appeal, but we've got our fingers crossed, being optimistic.
Perhaps I can take your mind off building woes. I have a healthy budget of £750,000 to find the family a minimum 3-bed home with a downstairs loo and an open-plan kitchen diner large enough to entertain family and friends. They're open to the small towns and villages of Hertfordshire, but the area has some of the highest property prices in England.
Neha, I know you don't want to move, but what would it take?
The thing is, you don't know until you look, until you see. So I think in my head, I'm assuming it's not going to be out there, but I'm happy to be proved wrong.
I've done this before, you know.
Yes, I know. We trust you to.
My first pick is in the village of Abbots Langley. With its thriving high street, strong community, good schools and transport links, it's a popular place to live. We're here to see this extended 4-bed semi-detached with garage on the market for just under £730,000.
Here we are. Nice big house. What do you make the look of it?
That's good.
It's got a bit of character. Yeah?
Yeah.
Come on then, let's get in.
This house is immaculate and with an elegant flow. The integrated living, dining, cooking area is exactly what they want. The high ceilings, unlike their cramped cottage, adds to the spacious feel, and the skylights flood the rooms with natural light. The patio doors provide a seamless transition into the garden, which increases the entertaining space. There's also a front reception room, WC and utility.
First things first, the downstairs loo.
Nice.
The important downstairs loo. Let's deal with that. There's a kind of snug playroom there. But the house here, I thought, really does have the open flow that you guys were talking about.
Oh, wow. This is nice.
It's very nice.
This is very nice space.
When I came in here and I saw this, I just thought, this is what you're trying to achieve.
Yeah.
This is exactly it.
Yeah.
This is exactly it. I really like it.
Feels homely. It's nice.
He's looking worried. Why don't you guys have an explore around the bedrooms?
Yeah.
And I'll open up the summer house and I'll see you out.
Summer house.
Summer house.
Summer house.
Summer house.
Okay.
First impressions don't get much better. Upstairs on the first floor is the family bathroom, with a luxe touch of the freestanding egg-shaped bath. And 3 bedrooms with the primary having an ensuite shower room. They can't achieve that back at home.
Oh, wow.
Big.
Look at this.
Oh, wow.
An ensuite.
Don't have one of these, do we?
This is really nice.
Amazing.
The 4th bedroom is in the attic conversion, which has been beautifully integrated into the main house.
Oh my gosh, this is a big space up here.
It's nice.
Everything about this just ticks all the boxes. It's ready to move in. It's done really nicely. I can see us living here.
Even with Kirstie's help, their current home can't compete in terms of number or size of rooms. The garden is smaller than theirs, but the pod is a fantastic addition. Currently utilised as a snug office, it could be a home gym for Neha.
Welcome to the summer house. Look at that.
Summer house. I didn't think I'd do that today.
It's even got a log burner.
Oh, wow.
It's
This
great.
is not just your garden shed, is it?
No. How did you get on upstairs?
I can't vault it.
Good
I
size
can't
bedrooms.
Yeah.
It's got me thinking.
Good.
It's all I'm saying for now.
How can I beat it? What can I learn?
The garden.
Yeah. Be nice if it was a bit bigger.
We've got the chickens, the trampoline, double-storey playhouse, a swing set,
Okay.
and the rest of that is going to go.
Right.
That's the
House
only thing.
itself,
House itself ticks all the boxes.
garden would be nice if it was
Yeah.
bigger.
I think that's the only downside from my perspective.
A successful start. At least I've opened Nihar's mind to the idea of moving.
Well, the humans are all happy. I've just got to sort out those pesky chickens and find a bit of room for a trampoline and swings, and I'm all sorted. Can't be that hard, can it?
I always say, Pip, you got the easy job.
Now, Kirstie, I only make it look easy.
A year since I first met Inari and Nihar, work is finally underway. Their planning permission appeal for the porch extension and downstairs loo was successful. And they've had contractors on site for the past 2 weeks. Inside, the changes are a great deal more extensive than I had proposed. It's been completely stripped out. Nihar's taken the lead as project manager and banished any qualms they had about budget.
The whole aim was that we had a beautiful view, and that's why we wanted the window to come across to here, so that when you come through this part of the door, whichever part, you see something gone.
He's going to town, insulating the house from top to bottom and replacing all the windows.
Every stage is super exciting for me because we've completely gutted the house. Like, just seeing the space in the kitchen now, there's just so many bits that have been so exciting about the house.
Nihal's removed the gas boiler and is installing an air source heat pump, which, when partnered with renewable electricity supply, could be 100% carbon neutral.
I'm a bit of a research geek, and when we decided we're going to redo the house, I'm thinking, okay, we want the most energy efficient stuff. So I started looking into things. So you got gas boilers, electric boilers, air source heat pumps. And then I started researching, started talking to people. Luckily, there was a lady down the road who allowed us into her house to see her setup. She had an air source heat pump. And then after I saw that, I was like, yeah, we have to go for it.
While Nihar is attempting to future-proof the cottage and the planet, thank you, Nihar, the mass renovation is proving stressful for Inari.
Nihar is loving the work. I think he's loving the fact that we're doing more than what we intended to go out to do. I want to spend the least amount of money, and I want to make sure I get my money back for when we sell it. The process itself is a lot more harder than I thought it'd be. If we were both wanting to do the renovation and had similar ideas, fine, but we don't.
In the village of Radlett, Nihal's eco-friendly back-to-the-brick renovation of their 3-bedroom cottage continues at a pace.
I do love what's happening right now. Got the air source heat pump going in at the moment. We've got a car charger coming in next week, so it's amazing.
But Inari's hopes for a family home she can finally love seem a distant dream.
There's nothing that is inching me anywhere near towards loving it.
Me and Mary see our priorities very differently. That's quite difficult. Every conversation you have, everything you do now is just about the house. It's all-consuming. Oh, it's okay, bigger than I thought it'd be, but it's nice. Wow, amazing.
I'm glad we've chosen to go green, and as Nihar keeps putting it, is future-proofing the house, and it will be great for the next family who live here. But I'm team list it all the way.
Let's see if I can alleviate the stresses and strains of home by showcasing what they could get for their £750,000 budget. We've already seen this 4-bed semi that's 60% larger than their current home, but the garden was too small.
How did it make you reflect on the whole situation and having seen that first house?
My instant thought was, we're putting in so much work to our current house, and we are nowhere near going to get the space, for example, for the house that we've seen.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts. Just not going to get the space.
It made me reflect that our house has a good layout because every room has a window, whereas in the lounge didn't have a window, which made it feel dark.
I think you're just picking at things.
That's a bit harsh, isn't it?
I think he's just picking at it.
Is he like this all the time?
It just made me like our house a bit more. I'm trying to express my true opinions and I'm being picked on a little bit here.
Well, for my next pick, we're heading to the village of Nebworth. With its green parkland and good schools, It's a highly sought-after patch for people with young children like Aneri and Nihar. And I have high hopes that this 4-bedroom detached house on a quiet street surrounded by beautiful countryside is going to hit a home run.
So this is it?
Oh, wow. It's detached.
It is. It offers a huge amount, this house. It really does. It comes at the price of $785.
Okay.
It's been on the market for quite some time, so there could be some flexibility in that.
I mean, it's definitely got the curb appeal.
Some things look good from the outside, but inside they're, you know,
Sometimes.
yeah,
Not
might not have
see it, though.
personality.
Let's have a look. Let's find out.
This house is twice the size of their current one. From the open-plan kitchen diner to the large, light and bright living room, this property's perfect for hosting big, fun family gatherings. There's also a front reception room, a WC and a utility.
Right, lots to see here. Playroom, office, snug, fantastic utility room. Important, the downstairs loo, and then a massive kitchen diner.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Wow, there's a lot to look at.
There is. You could entertain friends, family so easily.
Nothing feels closed off. There's separate rooms,
Yeah.
but it does not feel closed off.
No.
It looks really nice. I'm worried. A little bit.
You should be more than slightly worried. You should be extremely worried. Well, listen, have a squiz round.
Yes, let's go.
Let's go.
There's patio doors in the kitchen and living room, creating a seamless flow inside to out with a large back garden. Upstairs are 4 generously proportioned double bedrooms, 2 of which are en suite.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my gosh, look. More than that.
That's big. My daughter might like this.
Imagine the sleepovers, and the
Yes.
play dates.
Yeah.
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 I'm so excited.
You can be excited.
The family bathroom is exceptionally spacious too. Its roominess making it the perfect place to unwind.
Another big room.
Oh, my gosh.
Full-size bed as well.
Oh, wow.
And en suites.
That's a good size ensuite.
2 en suites. That's our bedroom sorted.
I can't believe this is in our reach. We could actually get something like this.
Give me the word, I'll put an offer in for you right now. Their current home simply can't compete with the space or the style on offer here.
Look at the size of this. Oh my gosh, look at the view. It's beautiful.
How are you two getting on?
Not great at all.
This
Unlucky.
Feeling a bit nauseous, I think.
24 metres long, that garden is.
Wow.
It's a good garden.
Yeah.
Got a good amount of sunlight this time of day.
There's enough space for a playhouse and a trampoline and a swing set and the chickens.
Yes. So are we listing?
I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
I have to have a good think and look at myself later on today.
I'd recommend that. OK, come on. I'll tell you what. If I have to buy Kirstie Allsop drinks after this search, they are going to be very small and very short. Surely I've done enough to convince Nihar the right thing to do is to move, preferably to this house.
And I've still got one more to go. Team List It are on a roll.
I'm not sure what Team Love It are on, but I do know they aren't following my plan.
Tell you something, when you've got a builder's loo in your garden, it means you're doing something dramatic to your house.
It's a whopping 13 months since my last visit, though I'm just pleased change is happening.
Wow. Okay. Whoa. Blimey, O'Reilly. This is an absolute gut job. I mean, look, you can see upstairs. Shows you how much insulation there was between the floors, doesn't it? This is one of the best bits of my job, is seeing the innards of a house. The blood and gore. The insides.
The family are staying with Aneri's sister, and while Nihal's at work, I can find out what Aneri's thinking.
You're not living upstairs, are you?
Hello. No, this is not livable. It's a mess.
I was like, no, it's not possible. I know it's not possible. I mean, how you don't want to stay here. How come so much work is happening?
It's out of control. One thing has led to another, and it's turned into a full house mess.
Wow.
Yeah,
And what was between the floorboards?
nothing.
Nothing. So when you took down the ceilings, there was
This is
no insulation.
No.
Wow.
Again, one thing leads to another.
Yeah.
And we're going to insulate the full house. We're going to change all the windows. And that's where we are.
The budget has soared to over £150,000, which will likely be above the ceiling price for houses like this around here, but I can absolutely understand why they want to fix the problems that have been unearthed. The porch extension blocks the window into the kids' playroom, so the door between that room and the kitchen is being widened and a larger window added to allow sunlight to shine through. Great news for overall flow, tricky for kitchen units.
So basically your kitchen will start here. So this will be opened up to there.
Yeah.
And then your kitchen will go round there and round there to where the French doors are. You could have a small island here. It's possible, not impossible. I mean, you've obviously got to get in past there, but you actually you know what? Scrap that. I'd have a peninsula.
Yeah.
So here you have one run of units, and you have a peninsula here, and that will actually be enough.
The peninsula is an idea, because I like the idea of some breakfast, bar stools. But then do we not do the peninsula and actually create some towers and more storage here?
No. Looking at it, I would have storage which is only as deep as a plate.
Okay.
Because what would be really nice is if you've got your sink and prep area in the peninsula here. You can have your stove there, fridge, stove, sink and prep in your peninsula.
Okay.
What I would say when it comes to the kitchen plan, pan drawers for everything. Don't have a single cupboard.
I do like a pan drawer.
If you were playing Kirstie Pan Draw Bingo, there you go.
We're a long way from shouting house, but I'm keen to hear how they're going to use the porch.
So, is it going to be basically a full second bathroom?
So that's what we're debating.
How many bathrooms have you got at the moment?
One bathroom, one
Okay.
family bathroom upstairs.
Don't debate it, do it.
do it.
But do it as a wet room. A 3-bed, 2-bath house is a very different thing from a 3-bed, 1-bath house.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting me come. I'm very impressed that you've been so brave.
I don't feel it right now.
No, I bet. This is the worst.
I might not come back. I'll send Leo back here to use his shower.
This is the worst stage in a build, when you had a house you could live in and you no longer do. Hopefully, they'll soon have a house they can love.
So it's time for my last roll of the List It dice. After the success of my second house, I'm pushing the couple's boundaries with my final option.
I'm not sure we need to do this next property, aren't we? I mean, that last one went so well.
Pretty much everything we asked for, that house had.
Plus more.
Plus, yeah, some hidden extras.
Have you now got 1 foot in Team List It?
I've got a big toe.
Okay.
I'm taking Nihar and Aneri out of their Hertfordshire comfort zone to the market town of Dunstable in Bedfordshire. It would increase Aneri's commute into London, but this 4-bed character property with bags of potential is worth it.
I bet you thought I'd never show you a house with an in-out gravel drive.
Oh my gosh, look at this.
Nice.
It's a really beautiful street. It's a really beautiful house.
It's got so much character. It's gorgeous.
And it's big.
It is big. And it's under budget. It's 735, but you would need all of your budget to make this the house of your dreams. You could. The potential here is staggering.
Okay.
Let's get on inside, see what you think.
Okay.
I'm absolutely chomping at the bit to show them this house. It's more than twice the size of their current home, and while it doesn't have the open plan layout Aneri wants, I'm sure they'll see the possibilities it has to offer. Downstairs, we have a large living room. There's a well-fitted out kitchen with a utility alongside. Through a partition wall is the dining room, allowing for an easy remodel to a vast kitchen dining living area, which could flow seamlessly into the beautiful garden. Never mind dipping a toe, I think Nihar will be up to his eyes in Team List It when he sees this.
So proper kind of big formal living room through there. Downstairs loo.
Oh, look at all this
Big
space.
space. Nice.
Kitchen that way. But I want to show you in here first. Proper formal dining room as it stands. The kitchen is through there.
Okay.
And the utility room is through there. So if I was living here, I would want to combine all of that space with this. And then you have got the most spectacular kitchen enjoying the garden.
That garden is amazing.
Yeah.
And just that alone is very appealing. And I'm team love it.
I don't need to say anything, do I? He's saying it all.
Have a wander around and just familiarise yourself with the layout as it stands, but think how you might change it.
Yeah.
Should we have a look?
They might not want another project, but while the decor may be a tad dated, the house is in good condition. Upstairs is the family bathroom and 4 large double bedrooms. Aniria Nihar's daughter could get a massive upgrade in size of room, but I suspect Mum and Dad may bag the main one with its large ensuite shower room.
Oh, wow.
It's a big bedroom.
It's more behind me.
Ensuite.
Yeah, it's a good size ensuite.
Fitted cupboards.
A really good size. Look out there. Oh my gosh, look at the view. It's beautiful.
The 140-foot-long garden with lovingly tended flower beds and lush trees is a secluded slice of paradise.
The garden is just phenomenal.
Never ending.
Yeah. So established, so mature, so private. I mean, it might need a gardener, but but it would be really fun.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, this is a garden of dreams.
Yeah.
It's a house with a lot of potential. Essentially, we've liked all of the houses, but we haven't loved any of them. And the show is love it or list it, and we love our house. So
We?
we
do love it.
me and Kirstie.
We're ready to move on, I think, and find that house that's going to work for us long term.
Well, you've got some thinking to do, you've got some building work to finish, and at that point you'll be able to make a nice, confident decision to move.
Yes. We're moving. We're packed, we're ready.
The search literally couldn't have gone any better. I've given them everything that they asked me for. So I reckon I'm going to start thinking about my drinks order.
Wait till you see the transformation. Drinks could be on you, Spencer. A mere 3 months on from my last visit, when the house was little more than a shell, we're back in Radlett with Anari and Nihar.
How did the search go?
Oh, brilliantly, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I had Nihar kind of lost for words. So with that in mind, I think you should be worried.
I'm not at all worried.
This doesn't happen too much where you're feeling confident and I'm feeling confident.
No, that's true. It doesn't happen too much.
Usually one of us
You
has a
are-
bit of a chink.
Yeah.
It's a love it or list it result either way.
But too close to call.
Oh, wow.
Here
look
they
at
are.
that.
They are ready and waiting. Hello.
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 Good morning.
Morning.
Nick.
Nice to see you both.
Phil, I cannot tell you the state of this house when I was last here.
Okay.
There was no house. There was no house. I can't believe we're here.
Can we have a look?
Yes.
Anari and Nihal's cottage, with its pokey rooms, was putting barriers up to a happy home life. But those barriers have been broken down. The rooms were segregated and dark, but now they flow effortlessly together. They're wrapped in the sun's cosy warmth, streaming in from the French doors and double-glazed windows. The porch extension may not have added a great deal more square footage, but it has transformed the cottage. An elderly relative of Anari's couldn't visit because the only toilet was up the steep, narrow stairs. Now there's ground floor facilities too.
There it is.
This is the bathroom.
There it is.
So when we met last, we were talking about whether to leave this just as a downstairs cloakroom.
Yeah.
Because it'll be quite small.
Yeah.
You had a really good idea about a wet room.
Yeah.
And it worked.
It doesn't feel cramped at all because that loo has got the glass next to it, so you've got all the light coming in from the window. It's a really nice wet room. I love what you've done with it. I'm actually going to take a photograph of that. So people always ask, why have you got your phone? I'm like, I've got my phone because
She's nicking everyone else's.
I'm nicking it. Yeah, I mean, that's just done really, really well.
Aneri wanted to improve connectivity between the kitchen and the rest of the downstairs. And they've done that, not only by removing the partition wall, but also with the seamless flow of the engineered wood flooring, which is pleasantly toasty on the tootsies from the underfloor heating. And let's not forget the cherry on the top, Nihar's telly on the wall.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord, look at that.
That was a kind of dark, separate room.
That's where we stored Aneri, but now she has access to the whole house.
Yeah, that was the worst part of the house. And this is now my favourite part.
It's really nice. It's so light.
It's completely transformed.
You know me, I love bold, but on this occasion, white is the way to go. The worktop, tiles and walls reflect the sunlight, increasing the feeling of space, while the olive green cabinets and gold handles add the splash of colour.
Apart from anything else, it's such a nice garden. You feel like, when you're coming down there, you feel like, could you just get to the end of the garden?
We had a party over the weekend.
Did you?
We had a 8th birthday celebration. We had 20 people around. We were in the garden.
Yeah.
And it worked. I wasn't stuck in a corner by myself.
No.
We had drinks, people flowing in and out. Food can just go outside.
Oh, I'm
nice
gonna
and
cry.
easy.
Oh.
It was actually really nice. It worked.
Literally weeks ago, I was standing here with those struts, you know, that builders use with the little cranks.
Yeah.
And I just thought, oh, my God, they've bitten off so much more than they can chew.
It did skyball a bit.
Skyball, but it made sense, because we could have just put a new kitchen in, put a downstairs toilet, not insulated, not done any of that.
Yeah.
That would have aesthetically made the house functional, but actually in the reality, it wouldn't have done the job.
Is skyball a combination of skyrocket and snowball?
Yeah, that's my word.
That is epic. That is epic.
You know that.
Made up a word.
That's my
Yes,
word.
yep. No, skyballing, I'm using that from now.
Skyball.
There's a snow rocket's chance in hell of Nihar living here after getting all these swanky mod cons.
New car charger,
Oh.
which is great.
It's a satisfaction of being able to actually use reusable energy within the house.
Yes. And what about that?
And then behind us, we've got the air source heat pump.
The air source heat pump is connected to the main supply and solar panels fitted on the roof. That means the house could have a reduced carbon footprint and lower running costs.
I think it's fantastic. You've put a lot into it. And, of course, it's a real asset when you come to sell that everyone will enjoy.
Of course.
I'm incredibly impressed with all that Nihar and Aneri have achieved. When I think back to my last visit, the quick turnaround without sacrificing quality of finish is astonishing.
Well-earned kudos to both of them. It's an incredible transformation, but I know I tempted Nihar on our search.
I've got to admit, I arrived here feeling confident in Team Listed. What went through your mind on the search?
I think it was pretty obvious. I was just in awe of what we could get going not so far away with our budget. I'd never imagined something like that.
Yeah, I couldn't actually comprehend what we could get in our budget. It did open our eyes to a couple more areas that we never considered.
So, gonna do it?
No, you are.
Okay. Aneri, Nihar, are you going to love it?
Or are you going to list it?
So after long conversations
A lot of conversations.
and a lot of not talking to each other,
That was on you.
that was me, yes, we've come to the decision that we will
You do it.
list it.
Team Listed shines through. Sense prevails. Well done.
I only told Aneri yesterday evening where I sat.
Wow. But it really went to the wire.
We're both in the agreement this is not our forever home, and actually we're going to outgrow this house very quickly.
It's a solid decision, but we do need to address one small point.
Right. The average pre-renovation valuation for this house was 679. You spent 166,000,
Yeah.
and you've added 95,000 to the value.
because it has sailed past 700 and is now at £775,000 valuation.
I'm actually surprised. It's more than I thought it'd be. So, yeah.
I'm very shocked. That's going to allow me to sleep a lot more easier.
But I think you might argue that you're investing in all of our futures.
It has given us the confidence to do this again at some point in the future. We could do it wherever we are.
I think that's just brilliant. Congratulations.
It's been a long, hard journey, but to finally see Nihar and Anari arrive at the same destination is a win for everyone.
If we didn't have Kirstie or Phil's help, I think we'd still be where we were this time, 2 years ago. But we
got there.
We got there. I think we had to think about our current priorities, future priorities, and where we see ourselves, how our future's going to change as well.
Yes, Anari.
OK, well, maybe there are some wrinkles still to be ironed out.
Cheers.
Cheers.
They made the right decision.
I think they did.
Yeah.
The twists and turns were many, though,
Yeah.
coming through this whole process.
Yeah, no.
The right decision at the end of the day. This is my favourite bit.
I can't roll my eyes back far enough to express my feelings. I never gloat when I win. You always gloat when you win.
Well, it doesn't happen very often, does it?